Well, what's up, guys? If you're new here, my name is Paul Feinberg, and I run a channel that inspires other creators that your future is whatever you make it, and I do that through gear reviews and tutorials. And today, we are going over the Desview T2 Teleprompter kit. Now, there are a number of various budget teleprompters out there, but this one is just over $100 and will allow you to mount a phone or a 7-inch tablet. You can use your DSLR, mirrorless, interchangeable lens camera, or even your phone. Yes, it's a plastic build, but this allows you to hang your setup straight from your camera lens, and it makes it light and portable. But before I get into this video, if you like Sony cameras or budget filmmaking gear videos like this one, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe, and join the family. First, let's go over what is included in this kit. And of course, you get the teleprompter frame itself, and it has a little plastic cover that snaps over the glass to protect it, a mount for your phone or tablet up to 7 inches, a phone mount for the back of your teleprompter when using a phone as your main camera, and has a little foam pieces that you can customize where the holes are for your camera where it's located in the back. It also comes with a 49, a 52, 55, 62, 67, 72, and a 77mm lens ring adapter so you can snap your teleprompter onto the back. This also includes a Bluetooth remote for controlling the free Desview Teleprompter app. The remote itself is hit or miss whether it works with other apps, and some of the apps, like some of the buttons work and some of them don't, or some of them just start the teleprompter and that's about it. So if you plan to use the remote, just plan to use the Desview app for its full functionality. There are no batteries included for the remote, but it does take 2 standard AAA batteries. Now, build quality, honestly, is what you would expect out of a budget teleprompter like this one. This is an all-plastic build with a screw-on phone/tablet holder, and it mounts onto the front. I use the tablet mount with my iPhone 8 Plus in its case, and it works great. And due to the plastic build, it does make it light, and it just snaps right onto the front of your camera lens, and it just hangs there with ease. Now, there are 3/4 20 threads on the bottom of the teleprompter in case you do want to mount it to like a stand or your tripod, but you don't have to because it just mounts right on the front of your lens, and it does hang there with ease. The remote that is included is all plastic, and it does feel a little bit cheap, but it does the job that it's intended to do. I just wish the buttons were labeled better. And when you get it, you just have to mess with the buttons until you kind of figure out what the buttons do and what does what. And I believe they should have been labeled a little bit better for their intended function instead of just little letters there on the controller. But what do I know? It kind of feels like just a gaming controller at that point. And as far as functionality goes, it works well. I can clearly see what the phone is showing on the teleprompter. Another thing you'll need to consider is what focal length do you plan to use with this teleprompter. I can use a 24mm using my iPhone 8 Plus, but literally anything bigger and the mount would start showing in the shot. Desview says you need to use a 35mm focal length or more with this setup, and for me that's a downside because I really like using this at my desk for live streaming setups, and I need to use the 24mm focal length in order to do so because my desk is just so close to the camera. I do not currently have a camera monitor, but my idea is to get a little 7-inch monitor to put in the setup and use it as a second monitor for my computer. So as I'm looking at the camera, I can see who I'm talking with in the live stream, and I don't have to look off to kind of the side, and I can just be looking at this setup. But unfortunately, I don't currently have a monitor to test this, but I would assume the issue for me I will run into is that I will be required to shoot in the 35mm focal length for that size of a monitor in this thing. So if you're using a 7-inch tablet or something bigger than an iPhone, you'll need to use the 35mm focal length lens. And if you're using an iPhone, like I said, the 24mm focal length works fine, but you couldn't go any wider without getting the mount in the shot. And let's go on to the app. And as far as Desview app is concerned, it's nothing special. It just allows you to save a number of scripts and then pull them up and run them. And for each of the scripts, you can go into the settings and change the font size, the speed, and choose a background color, of which you can choose black, white, green, red, or blue. And you can also select your mirror mode, which just flips the text either way depending on which direction your tablet or your phone is sitting in the mount. It's just a basic app and it's easy to use, but you don't get some of the functionality and the full customization on the font, the colors, or it doesn't have voice recognition like some of the other premium paid apps that are out there. But for full functionality with the remote and the ease of use, the app works well for what it's intended to use. There are two features that I would like to see added in the future of this Desview app. And one is when you're using the app and reading the script, it should automatically disable your sleep settings on your phone. And right now, I have to pull open my settings and manually go and change the sleep mode to never and change the brightness as high as it can go so I can actually see on the teleprompter. And it would be nice if when you open the app and started using it, it bypassed the sleep settings and did this automatically. And then two, I would like the ability to have the voice recognition in the app so it automatically scrolls through as you read the script and you don't have to worry about timing or any of that stuff. But other than that, easy to use app and great functionality. So what are my final thoughts on this teleprompter? Well, I believe it's the best budget teleprompter you can get until you get into the about $200 budget range. And for portability, lightweight, and ease of use, this thing works great. The only thing to consider is what focal length do you want to use with your teleprompter? And is it wide enough for you? If you use a cell phone as your camera, this is a great little setup. It comes with everything you need to mount it and get it going. If you need a teleprompter for your YouTube or your client work, this is also a great portable budget option that won't break the bank. I have actually been using this teleprompter this entire video. So have you been able to tell that I've been reading from a teleprompter? Does it seem like I'm looking around and focusing too much on the screen? Does it look natural? Well, let me know down in the comments below what you think, especially if you watch my videos regularly. Do I improve with using a teleprompter, or did I just look too fake? But if you made it this far, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, do all the fun YouTube-y things, and you guys know that I will see you in the future.